It's not uncommon for me as a coach and therapist to hear other coaches and therapists say, I hate working with stuck people. Now, as an expressive arts psychotherapist and having studied also psychodrama, we learn about something called parallel processes. And parallel processes basically mean, am I, as a coach or therapist or counselor or mentor or whatever, facing the same challenge as my clients? So if my impression is that my client is stuck, am I stuck too? Because what often happens is someone who is working with someone who they experience as stuck, they feel stuck. They don't seem to be able to solve or come up with ideas or get the stuck client moving, thinking that that's what they need to do. So the coach can be stuck and the client can be stuck at the same time. So one of the things I like to do, there are many possibilities, and there are many coaches out there and therapists helping so-called stuck people. But I like to ask, what part of me knows the answer? So being stuck basically means that I have some sort of ambivalence. I don't know the answer to a particular question or challenge. I don't have any kind of response to it. I'm usually between two things. One of them will be a yes and the other will be a no. This is a generalization, but usually that's the case. There's an ambivalence. I don't know which one to choose. Often I say I want something and I don't make sure I get it. That's something that shows up a lot. I say I want something and I don't make sure I get it. So in that situation, one could say that there's a part of the person who wants something, and then there's a part of the person who doesn't. They may not be aware of it, what it is that they don't want, but it's there. It may be unconscious. So, and even the opposite. I don't want something and then keep doing it, and then not realizing that they have some unconscious gain attached to it, or some unwillingness to not do it. Like, if I stop doing this thing, I'll lose out on this thing as well. So there are many things in here that can explain what a stuck client is facing. But it will generally be some sort of ambivalence, a yes and no. So what part of me, and coaches and therapists and counselors and all of these human services practitioners can do the same thing as the clients. So if you're a client or a therapist, it doesn't really matter. What part of me knows the answer? And then inviting that part to let you know. So ask it, basically ask it. What's the answer? What am I missing? What part am I not seeing that would help me resolve this? And how can I see it? And sometimes it's just nothing else is showing up. So the answer is basically not yet. It's too early. Something hasn't happened. Somebody maybe needs to come into your life and help you see something. Who knows? But another way to help yourself, if you're not getting an answer right away, and this is again for coaches and clients, have a look around the room. Have a look around the room and see what attracts your attention. Ask the question, for example, what more do I need to know in order to resolve this? And then have a look around the room and see what attracts your attention. And then notice qualities or notice memories. What did it remind you of? How does it make you feel? What do you notice about it? And use your senses. Are there any sounds attached to it? What are the colors? How do the colors make you feel? What reaction is coming up in you? Because there could be a wealth of information in there for you. And often when we're stuck, just to call it that, confused, ambivalent, however you want to name it, we tend to focus on the can't. on the negative. I can't find a solution. I don't know what to do. It will be a focus on the negative. So when you have a look around the room, you're looking for resources for you, something that will help you. So when you focus on something, do notice the positive aspects of it, how it empowers you. Do you feel strength? Do you feel excitement? What are the positive things that show up for you? And spend time with those. That may help you get you out of that negative thought cycle. I can't find the answer. I don't know what to do. And rather, oh, I feel really strong. And then all of a sudden, you may notice something shows up. It may not be the complete solution, but it may at least point you in a direction you didn't know you needed to go.